Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All protocols observed. This evening, I have the distinct honor of introducing to you a distinguished son of Guyana's soil, who is no stranger to us all, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfaan Ali, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, our President. Among his many academic qualifications, Dr. Ali is the holder of a doctorate in urban and regional planning from the University of the West Indies and is currently pursuing an LLM degree in international commercial law at the University of Salford. In his public sector career, President Ali served as project manager of the Caribbean Development Bank's Project Implementation Unit in the Ministry of Finance, and was also a senior planner in the State Planning Secretariat. He became a member of the National Assembly of Guyana in 2006 and was subsequently appointed Minister of Housing and Water and Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce. In the National Assembly, Dr. Ali was a leading spokesperson on the economy and finance. He also served on several select committees, was chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, and co-chair of the Economic Services Committee. His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfaan Ali, was sworn in as Guyana's 9th Executive President on August 2nd, 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfaan Ali, the President of the Republic of Guyana.
Thank you very much. First of all, good evening to everyone. I'm very pleased to be here this evening to share with all of you in what is a very important celebration and recognition ceremony. First of all, I want to thank all of you in Canada for the tremendous support you would have given to Guyana in ensuring that our country remained in a democratic pathway. Indeed, it is your commitment and your love for country that allowed you to play and continue to play a keen interest in the development of our country. This evening, I'm sure you have far different weather than we have in Guyana. I'm sure that we're enjoying a lot more warmth. And I want to take this opportunity in cold Canada and warm Guyana to wish all of you and your families a very happy holidays and a new year that will bring tremendous progress, prosperity, good health, and importantly, a new year in which we can overcome this pandemic. And in that regard, I urge all of you to continue to remain safe as we try to do so also in Guyana. I'm extremely delighted to join you in this virtual celebration of the Golden Jubilee of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. I thank the Consulate General of Guyana in Canada for organizing this event and for affording me the opportunity to participate. National Days are a celebration of the Guyanese identity. They remind us of who we are, from whence we came, and more importantly, they allow us to outline the plans for the future. This evening, I want to use this virtual celebration to broadly outline my government's vision and plans for the country for the next decade. Before I do so, however, I want to pause and acknowledge and congratulate all the deserving Guyanese who will be receiving awards tonight. I also want to take a moment to reflect on the life of Richard, who I know had great plans to return to Guyana and to contribute to the development of our country. For a matter of fact, just after I was sworn in, I engaged him on returning to lead the economic transformation in agriculture. Unfortunately, he had higher callings elsewhere. My government has been in office just shy of 5 months. During this period, much has been achieved. The groundwork for greater success is being laid, but our plans and the actions upon which we have embarked are driven by our vision of the republic we would like to see emerge in the next 10 years. We are fashioning an inclusive democracy predicated upon respect for our Constitution and the rule of law and the will of the people, one in which our sovereignty and territorial integrity are sacrosanct. This is a Guyana that will possess a modern, robust, diversified, and resilient economy, capable of delivering economic prosperity, which can be translated into higher levels of employment and improvements in the quality of life of our people. Unity is key to our success. We have seen just this past week how great things can be achieved when our people and our nation stand united. The International Court of Justice accepted the arguments which we made concerning the court's jurisdiction to hear our application to pronounce on the validity of the 1899 arbitral award, which we have always held definitely and in a definitive way set the boundaries between Guyana and the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. As such, we are wholeheartedly committed to entrenching a system of political and social inclusion by forging a more participatory and consultative democracy. We have begun the process of making use of the expertise and experience of Guyanese, regardless of race or political affiliation. We are also promoting policies aimed at ensuring greater inclusion of our youth, women, persons with disabilities, and minorities in the decision-making process. Our republic is on an upward trajectory. We are constructing a more modern, diversified, and resilient economy. Even though Guyana is now an oil-producing state, we're not hedging all our bets on oil. The traditional sectors, rice, sugar, forestry, bauxite, and gold mining, are important to wealth creation, employment generation, and income distribution. As such, we intend to modernize and to grow these sectors. As you have seen, we are committed to reviving the sugar industry, but in a smarter manner, by moving production up the value chain and by diversifying the industry itself. A modern economy which is capable of rebounding from internal and external shocks requires transformative infrastructure. We have begun to roll out a massive transformative infrastructure development agenda. This agenda includes the completion of the East Coast Demerara Highway, the resurfacing of the East Coast Railway embankment from Sheriff Street to Enmore, the remodeling of the Linden to Lethem Highway, and work on the Linden to Maburo Hill section, the construction of a road link between Ogle and Diamond, the development of a 4-lane highway between Georgetown and Timeri, and a road link will be constructed between Porica and Rockstone. Inclusive in this transformation and transportation restructuring is also an upgrade of our maritime transportation. You will see, for example, investment in new boats, new ferries to Northwest along the Essequibo, and also in the Berbice River. In addition to all of this, air transport is an essential part of the transportation plan. That is why recently you've seen we renegotiated and we were able to get back 2 additional bridges to our airport, more commercial space, and have the contractor agree to complete a full rehabilitation of the front of the airport, all at no cost to government. But more than this, we have launched an aggressive marketing campaign to ensure we get more airlift coming to Guyana, to present Guyana as an air transport hub for South America. And we have got tremendous traction. Unfortunately, with all the work we're doing, we have not been able to break into the Canadian market or get anyone to break into the Canadian market. But I assure you, and I'm confident, that within the very near future, we will have some very good news for the Canadian market and Canadians in terms of air transport to Guyana. A new high-level span bridge will be constructed across the Demra River and will be completed before the end of 2024. We're working with the Republic of Suriname to bridge the Quarantine River and to create a corridor which will link French Guyana and Suriname to the east of Guyana and then southwards to Brazil and other continental states. In the Port Harbor, a new international airport at Lethem, industrial parks, and free trade zones will integrate Guyana's economy with more powerful markets and convert the country into a major economic hub in the Western Hemisphere. A new energy mix requires a new set of energy projects. Solar, wind, and natural gas will help us to ensure energy security and reduce the cost of energy by 50%, thereby stimulating and boosting the competitiveness of our manufacturing sector. Quality of life issues and social services are also an essential component of development and advancement of life. We're doing all these things so as to improve the quality of life of our people. Our housing program is aimed at providing 50,000 house lots for Guyanese within the next 5 years. We would have, just in the past week alone, distributed more than 3,000 house lots. We are creating a 21st century education system. The One Laptop per Family initiative will be reintroduced in the coming year. We are providing 20,000 scholarships. We hope to provide free education at the University of Guyana by the end of 2024. In our emergency budget for 2020, we made provisions for doubling the uniform allowance and increasing by 50% the cash grant for students and every single student in Guyana. We're committed to increasing this by almost 300% in the coming years. We're improving our health system with a strong focus on primary health care. Our Ministry of Human Services and Social Security will be intensifying support to the vulnerable, including our elderly, children, women, and the disabled. This is just a snapshot of the plans which are unfolding in our country. We are accelerating the pace at which we do things because we recognize that we need to ensure that the present generation benefits from development. Guyana will roar again. Our republic will become stronger and more resilient. I want to thank all of you for your interest in development back home. I want to encourage you to play your part in the transformative process which is taking place. Guyana needs all hands on deck, including the members of the diaspora who possess the skills and the resources which are needed to fulfill our ambitions over the next 10 years. I want to pause here, though, and say to the diaspora, stop doubting yourselves. Many of you call me directly and say, I want to come and do this, but what if? What if? What if? What if what? What if what? Do not doubt yourself. In investment, there is an element of risk. In business, there is an element of risk. In moving from one state to another state, there is an element of risk. In moving from one country to another country, there is an element of risk. And we acknowledge there are areas in which we have to improve to make you comfortable in an environment in which you're accustomed to, speed at which you get service, quality of service. We're not hiding from these things. These are things that we have to fix, and we're fixing. But do not use them. Do not use them as an excuse that will keep you away from coming. We're in this together. We want you to come. We are awaiting your arrival. We know you're committed. We know you have love for country. Take the bold step. I hope that you will continue to be engaged in Guyana's development, and that I can count on your support in propelling this process. I congratulate all of those who will receive the awards today. I wish you continued success and look forward to enjoying the rest of the evening's proceedings. Allow me in parting to extend once again season's greetings to all and wish you a safe and prosperous New Year. May God guard you and protect you throughout 2021. I thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so very much, His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Irfaan Ali. We are so very happy and privileged to have you with us here tonight, as you've warmed our hearts here on a cold Toronto night.